What is up, YouTube? It is Vince bringing you guys some beginner's tips and tricks for Black Ops 2. This is going to be our first Black Ops 2 video, which I'm pretty excited for. But this first tip right here has been given by Woody's Gamertag, and it's just a quick one because, you know, obviously it's already been covered. And I'll put a link in the description for his video because it's much better than mine. But I'm just putting it just in case some of you guys didn't see it or for whatever reason, you know, don't know about it. But when you go to public matches, find matches, core, hardcore, whatever it is, you click square when you're in this menu, and you put it to best, normal, or any, depending on your connection. If you have really good connection, best. Normal is normal, obviously, and then any is just if you have bad connection. Now, these are my classes right here. I have the MTAR, which is a beginning class, default class, and you put it to adjustable stock and fast snag. I feel like those are the really good ones, but suppressor, I feel like it just gives it the boost, but you don't get the primary gun light, which is one of the things you get when you level up. And for my primary sniper, I use the DSR with ballistics, and I use this pistol B23R, which you don't get until I'm not sure, I think level 16 or so. And for the perks, I use the same perks for just about every single class: lightweight, toughness, and dexterity. And for my submachine gun, I use the PDW57 fast snag and suppressor, which you get pretty quickly, and the same sniper. And I like to use concussions and the sensory grenades. And like I said, I use the same perks, and I use that grenade for just about all of my classes. And so here we go, some gameplay right here. I have some sniping gameplay, which I'm going to give you guys some tips for sniper, which I did pretty good with. And this is my favorite map to snipe in because it's a really good map. You know, it's a big map, and you can see just about anywhere. If you're in this spot right here and your teammates are around here, you're pretty much in the zone. You're pretty much going to be able to do really good damage, and you're going to be able to kill many people. Especially from the right is where you're going to want to be put your eyes mostly on. But to the left, you want to look around there too. And the thing I like about this spot is your team can defend you, and that's really important in this game. I feel like that's something that they really stretch in Black Ops 2, which is team, especially in team deathmatch. Well, obviously team deathmatch, but in Black Ops 2, I feel like they just stretched it. In Modern Warfare, your team wasn't really important. You could go solo, and it wouldn't really matter. But I feel like in Black Ops 2, you have to really connect with your team. And it doesn't even mean talking to them, but just look at your radar and see where they're located and just see, you know, where they needed the most cover from. And I felt like they needed most cover from the right because I had UAV, and so I was just aiming down my sights from here. Another tip for the sniper is you're going to want to be hard scoping because you can't really quick scope in Black Ops 2. As far as I know, there's no perks to, you know, aim faster other than, you know, that attachment, which is quick draw. But I haven't gotten it, and so I can't really tell you if you can or not quick scope. If you want to see that, maybe you could check out another YouTuber. But like I said, you want to be hard scoping, and you want to be reloading every now and then. You don't want to get, you know, killed. You always want to be behind cover. You always want to be behind cover, and obviously that's important because you don't want to get sniped by another person, and you don't want to just get shot. And like I said, team is important. Look at your radar. Like, as you can tell, not many of my teammates are around me, so I start moving around. I make sure no one is around me so I don't get killed on my streak, you know, because who wants to get killed on streak? I don't think anybody does. I sure fucking don't like getting killed on my streak. But I see here on my radar some guys there, so I take out my sniper, and I don't really quick scope that guy, but I hard scope him, and then I get this guy, which is, you know, you could potentially quick scope, but it's not really quick scoping. It's almost Black Ops quick scoping, but it's not very reliable. So I suggest you just hard scope and you just stick with this type of gaming with the sniper. And this is why I like using this pistol. It's really good. It can kill. I mean, I didn't get the kill right there because my teammate killed him, but other than that, it's fine. And let's move on to the kill streaks now. The kill streaks, I'm using the default kill streaks, which is the UAV. I forgot the other one. It's precision airstrike. It's the lightning strike. That's what it's called. And then the dragonfly. And those, you know, those are fine because you don't have to use your tokens to get those. They're automatically there. They're already there. And the UAV, for one, when you're sniping, you really want to use that. You can see people. Obviously, it helps your team, and it's just overall a good kill streak because if your teammate gets a kill while your UAV's in the air, you actually get 10 assist points. And it doesn't seem like 10 assist points would be too much, but after a while, they stack up. You know, a teammate gets 1 kill while your UAV's in the air, you get 10. Another teammate, 20, 30, 40, 100, 1,000. After a while, they stack up. And the other kill streak I like to use is the lightning strike, and basically what it is a precision airstrike. But unlike other games, Black Ops 2 actually made it worthwhile to get. It actually gets kills. It gets you 1 to 5 kills just about every time, and you're pretty much, you know, for sure that you're gonna get 1 kill because the maps are designed to the point where kill streaks actually work. Like, there are buildings, of course, you know, every map's gonna have buildings, but for the most part, there's always a spot in the map that an enemy's gonna be on that you can just put your lightning strike on, and you're gonna get a kill. And the other kill streak I like to use is, like you saw in the other video or the other gameplay, the dragonfly. And here's a quick tip when using the Dragonfly. Actually, I got this tip from a friend of mine, but I'm gonna give it to you guys because it's a really good tip, and I feel like it's worked really well for me. So why not hand it to you guys? You know, everybody wants to do good in the game. Everyone wants to have fun using their kill streaks. So why not give everybody my little tips so we can all have fun and, you know, play duck duck goose and shit. But what you want to do when you're using the Dragonfly is you want to have it low. You want to have it low on the ground. You want to click L2, and I think it's left trigger or left. Yeah, it should be left button or something like that. I'm not sure what it is on Xbox because I'm a PS3 player. But you want to have it low on the ground, and you get a lot of kills that way. And it's much harder to shoot down when it's on the ground. And that's enough about the kill streaks. They're pretty easy to get. They're default kill streaks, so I suggest you stay like that. And they're really well to level up with because you don't have to use your tokens. You can spend your tokens on guns and other stuff like that. And you know, it's a good way to level up, I feel. It's worked for me, so maybe it's gonna work for you guys. You know, try it out. And this was my PDW class. And unfortunately, I'm not using it anymore. I got killed, but I think I might get killed soon enough here. I'm using the TAR, which unfortunately I don't have a TAR gameplay other than this. But like I said, the TAR is very well. It has a good iron sight. You know, it's not the best, but you know, you can't complain. And it has good rate of fire. It has good damage, and it reloads, you know, relatively quickly, and it has really good damage. And that's basically why the TAR is my favorite assault rifle right now. It's for one, it's pretty much the first assault rifle you get. You unlock it right away. I don't think you even have to use a token for it. It's already there, so that's really good, especially for beginners. You're barely getting the game where, you know, you just want some tips for guns that you don't really want to unlock. You want to save your tokens up for, I don't know, maybe you want to give them to your girlfriend. I don't know how that would work out, but maybe you want to do that. But like I said, you get it right away. It has good damage, like I said. It has good rate of fire. And it's just overall really good gun, especially when you attach dual mags with it, because it's not the fastest reloading gun, but it's not the slowest either. So it can do without dual mags, but I feel like it's a really good one. And that's about it for that. And here I'm gonna start using my PDW again, or actually no, I use my Dragonfly. And like I said, my tip that I was giving you for my Dragonfly, little tip. You want to have it low on the ground. Unfortunately, I didn't know this at the time. I was actually on the phone with my friend when he was giving me the tip. And as you guys can tell, I only get one kill with the Dragonfly. And I try to get this guy right here. And look, if I had stayed low, I probably would have gotten the kill. But no, I was high, so he got the advantage on me. He shot me down. And unfortunately, I only got one kill for my 10 kill streak. And I think it's 9 to 10 kills for that kill streak. But yeah, so I start using my PDW. And look right here. I get those kills pretty easily. Unfortunately, I had terrible aim. This was when I just started the game. I was like level 20, I want to say, so I was a pretty newbie at the game, because unfortunately this game has different sensitivity than Black Ops 2 and other Call of Duty games I've noticed. And it might just be in my head, but that's how I felt. I had to upgrade my sensitivity level. It used to be at 4, now it's like at 7. So the sensitivity is a bit different. The way you move your gun is a bit different in this game than it is in other Call of Duties. So I wasn't really good at aiming, but you know, I've gotten much better now. But aside from that, I would have gotten those kills pretty easy because this gun has a good mag. It has 50 bullets in its mag, so that's really good. You have to be reloading, you know, every 5 seconds, other than when you're using other guns, because it takes up a good amount. Because you want to make sure you're shooting the guy, and you want to make sure, obviously, that you're shooting the guy. You want to make sure he's dying. So when you do that, obviously you're going to be shooting, and it's also good for spraying. You know, they made it really good to hit fire in this game. They added that laser, so it's really good for that as well. If you put the laser with the PDW, it's really good to just hit fire and just get kills really easily with this gun. And look right here, I take this guy out. It has good iron sights, and unfortunately I have the habit of reloading, so that's the only reason I keep reloading over and over again. But yeah, so this is a really good class setup that I like to use. And also another tip when you're playing just about any Call of Duty, this can be just about any game, you want to have 2 primary guns. And I don't mean you want to put that perk that gives you 2 primary guns, but you want to have your primary gun that you have, your secondary, which is a pistol, launcher, whatever it might be. But you pick up a gun, you pick up an assault rifle, and especially if you have a submachine gun, it works wonders. You trust me, because if you have a submachine gun and assault rifle, it just works really well. And that's basically it for my beginner's guide to tips and tricks to Black Ops 2. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't be afraid to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. And that's basically it, you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.